The Constitution of India, Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Welcome students. So I hope you all are waiting for a new session. Is it? Okay. Before that, I hope you all are happy by seeing your friends and teachers through our Google Meet session. Happy? Okay. So let's start our session. So before starting our topic, let me discuss what is a software. What is a software? Yes. It is a set of instructions or programs to perform a particular task. Is it? Okay. And we know about that is we have two types of software. That is system software and application software. Is it? So can you say an example of a system software? Operating system. And you know about the different examples of operating system. Yes, what are the? Yes, Windows and Ubuntu and like that, is it? Like iOS, is it? Okay. So, application software means it is a software to perform a particular task. It will work with the operating system, is it? So, we know about the different application softwares. What are that? MS Office package, like Jim, Inkscape, is it? It has particular task or it is using for a special work, is it? Inkscape, it is a graphic editing software, is it? LibreOffice Writer, it is also a application software. Why we are using that? To edit or process a document, is it? So these are different application softwares, is it? We are working with that, is it? Okay. So next we are going to discuss about another application software about how we can store data and how we can access the content. Okay. So such software is known as database management system. Okay. So before that, what is a database? So by this picture you can see that they are arranging the birds and animals in a particular shelf. Is it? That is the same data, so same animals or birds it is arranging in each cell or each shelf. Is it? So why they are arranging like that? So we can access or we can get the information about that content. Is it? In library also we have different shelves according to its nature of the book. Is it? Novels, poem, is it? And some historical books. Is it like that? Why they are arranging? So we can retrieve the contents or we can get the books easily from that. Is it? So, in computer also we have such software to arrange the data in a particular section. So, you can easily access. Is it? Yes. So, we have seen the different softwares like such arrangement of contents or data or things. It is known as database. Okay. So, the systematic collection of data are called database. Is it? And the data is recorded in one or more tables. So, in system or computer, it is arranged in a format of tables. Okay. And in a database, it is possible to store data very securely. Is it? Add new data. You can add the content. Or if you don't want means, you can remove the unwanted contents. And here, you can use or you can save the contents whenever you need. Okay, so like in hospitals or school, we have saved your names. Is it? In our school, we have saved your names in class and your fees details and everything. Is it? Once you need to get the details means you can retry. Is it? So, we have a different sector to apply these database software. Is it? So just think and where you can find these content. Is it? Okay. So these are the main use of database. Okay. So let's see the another content. Database management system. That is DBMS. The software that makes it convenient to do such activities, that is the collection of data and the arranging and the retrieval process, is it? A software is implemented to do this process. Such system is known as database management system. Okay, can you see that? For that we are using an application software, that is application, user and application analysis. Is it? So this is the first section. It is known as front end. That is, we are accessing the content through a software. Another one is the storage. That is the processing section. That is the DBMS software. Is it? And another one is where we are saving the content. Okay, that section is known as backend. So generally, the front end means you can access the content. That is, in system we can open a form. That is by typing the name or any your admission number means you can see your details in a particular section as a form. Is it? So for developing such form we are using the JavaScript and another programs. Is it? Such software is known as front end. Okay. And by saving and accessing the content we are using the backend software, that is means MySQL and like that. Okay. So nowadays you have a package like that. While installing such software you will get the front end and backend section. Okay. To accessing the data to process. Is it? So in online also we can process these steps. That means you have heard about Sampoorna, is it? So through a website we are entering the details and it is saving in a particular server. Okay, so these are maintained with a DBMS software. Clear? Okay. So we have certain application software in our system to access these contents. For example, in Microsoft we have Access, Microsoft Access. In LibreOffice we have LibreOffice Base. Okay, let's see. To develop a simple database, you can use this LibreOffice Base or Microsoft Access. Okay, so let's see. DBMS helps. What is the use of a DBMS software? That is, it helps to create a database and use them securely. We can include the security option also. And here, the user doesn't directly handle this database. So for that, we are using the application software. Okay, and another one is, so DBMS acts as a link between the user and the database, is it? And MySQL server, Microsoft Excel server, is it? Oracle, these are the main database content. Okay, to manage the system, there are DBMS applications. We have different packages, I have told you, is it? That is, such as LibreOffice Base, Microsoft Access, like that. Okay, for advanced we are using the MySQL package like that, PHP programs, is it? Okay, so these are the main use of DBMS software. That is why we are using such software and what is the use of that. Okay, clear. So next is how we can build a database using this LibreOffice Base. We have to just create a simple database structure. Okay, how we can create. So in this chapter we are going to study that concept. Okay. So let's see the step how we can create a database. So go to application and office, you will get the software LibreOffice Base. After opening the LibreOffice Base, you will get the option. From this window you have to choose select database. Okay, and in that you can select create new database. If you have the content means you can open, or we have to create a new database means you can create. Okay, so we are choosing the option create new database. Clear? And after that just click finish. You have to save that file before you are working. Okay, so just click finish and you have to save the file with a particular name, database one or table name or like that. Okay. And after saving that you will get the window. This is a processing window. So in database we are saving the data, or the structure is to in a different tables. Okay. the data is arranging in different tables. So here first you have to create a table. Okay, in this window we have the three sections or three panel. First one is database panel. From this you can choose tables. Now we are creating tables. Okay, and another one is task panel. After selecting you will get the option from here. You have to choose it. Another one is work area. If you want to write any programs, you can use this task. Okay, so first you select tables and here you have to choose the clear and you have to type the content. So if you open the tables, you will get a table. If you are entering if it is library database management means you have to use this field. That means book number, book name, author, book price, is it? And in that another field you have the option data type field. I will show you in the practical video. And you have to select the data type. That means if it is book number means it is number or text or any name, is it? So you have to choose that. Number means you have to choose numeric, that means numbers. If it is book name means we are using English letters, so it is text. Author means again we are using the text. And another one is book price, it is a, we have the option currency. Okay, and another one is date of purchase. We have a date format in that. If you want to include an image means you can include. In Sambhurna also we are arranging like that, is it? Okay, in your date of birth and your name, is it? And your age, like that we are entering the content, is it? So the same format, a simple format here. You can include the book name and the time. So after entering, you have to save that table, that is that format. Okay, and it will be saving in that particular section. Field, the first one we have entered. Is it? And another one is record, what is the name we have entered. In each section you can see that this is the field we have given here. That is the headings of the table. And the record means the details. Okay, and the table, the arrangement of the data in the table format. Clear? And the common, all together it is known as database. Clear? So we'll start how to create a table. Okay, let's go to the practical session. Okay. So students, let's start the activity. So here you are going to use the application software LibreOffice Base, is it, to arrange the data using this software. So such access is known as database, is it? So this type of software is known as database management system. So first go to application, office, and here LibreOffice Base, is it? So after opening you will get a window which I have shown in the theory class, is it? So in that you have to create new database, is it? Okay, and okay, so in this we have to select database and from you have to choose create new database, is it? And next step, click on next icon and here you have the procedure to save. So just click on finish and save in a particular place or in a folder. So I have chosen home folder. Here I have selected database 1 or any name you can give, data 1. Here I am giving data 1 and save. So its extension is ODF. Okay, open database file like that. So here we have got the first screen. Here you can see the three sections, three panels. Here it is the database panel, here it is the task panel, and here it is the work area, is it? So we have three sections: database panel, task panel, and work area. So from this, first you have to create a table. Whatever the activity you are doing, first you have to include the table. So select table, and here so you have to choose the option create table in design view. So here you will get the option field name and field type, is it? I have shown in that. So first you have to type. Here we are going to create a student database. So just type student. First we can type admission number. Admission number. Don't give any space. If you want to give space, means just type underscore. And here the field type is automatically changed text. And another one is student name. So here student name. Okay, automatically it's displayed the text. And next is date of birth, DOB. So here it is came, so we have to change into date. So here select date. Okay, and another one is class. So like this you can include the different field. Here I am selecting number, here it is numeric, is it? So we have seen the different fields. In this you can choose according to your field name. Okay, and after that save the table, go to file and save. So here in your database table 1 is created. So click on table 1 and OK. Okay, so you got that is message as you have to create a primary key. That means you have to access your content, or it should be very unique. For each student its admission number is unique, is it? No other students have the same admission number. So that is the primary key here. Primary means it is a unique one. So right click on the field and just click on primary key. So each student they have the different admission number. So the details we can save or collect very uniquely. Okay, so this is the primary key. Sometimes some of the students have the same name, is it? And class also, they will be in same class. So without repeating, the content should be very unique, or the content will be okay. So you can use primary key and after that save. So the content is saved by table 1. Okay, so here we have created the table 1 in the database data 1. Can you see that the point is here? Okay, like this you can create number of tables in a database. Okay, so these are the content we are discussing today, and if you have any doubt means please contact me. Complete the steps of these activities. Okay, so we'll see you in the next class. So I hope you got the idea of database, what is a database and how we can create tables, is it? Okay, so complete the steps and watch it clearly. Okay, study well. We'll see you in the next session. Okay.